see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. This is a very simple song, a lot of fun to play on the guitar. The original key is D, so I'm no need for a capo here. Both the Johnny Nash and the Jimmy Cliff versions of this are in the same key. It's very straightforward verse. We've got D for a bar. I can see G for a bar clearly now. And back to 2 bars of D. The rain has gone. Now D, G, and 2 bars of A. I can see all obstacles in my way. Back to D, G, D, and D. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be now here's the chorus. Chorus is a tiny little thing. It's really just 4 bars that repeat. Bright C for a bar, G. Bright sunshiny day. A little high for me. 2 bars of D. And again, it's gonna be a bright, bright sunshiny day. Second verse is exactly the same. I'll play you that anyway. But the second chorus, we only get 4 bars, so we get that little sequence once. C, G, D, and D. So here's the second verse. Think I can make it now, the pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is the rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. And now we're into the bridge, which is a slightly different affair. But before we go on, let's just look at this strumming pattern that I've got for you. Now, it's based around this idea of just strumming down, very slight strum on the first beat. I'm strumming down with the backs of my fingers. But it might just be a little thing like that. I might just catch with my thumb the bass note. So for D, that would be the 4th string. I really don't want very much more than that because I want to create a lot of space for the second beat strum, which is also a down strum, but a much grander affair. And for me to give the second beat the space it needs to breathe, I'm going to need to start that second beat strum a little early. 1, 2, okay? And I'm stiffening up my strumming fingers so I can hear the individual strings. It just takes a little longer than it might otherwise. And immediately following that second beat, I'm going to strum up, again with a fairly stiff thumb. Okay, this gives us a kind of almost a rumba feel, more a pastiche of a rumba, something like the Beatles might have played. Okay, 1, 2, and. Now for the 3rd and 4th beats, I'm just going to bring my hand down, my strumming hand down onto the strings of the guitar. That might create a slightly metallic percussive sound like that. You might actually bash the front of the guitar with your knuckles, or it might just be an absence of sound. You know, it depends what you're aiming for and the state of your guitar and so on. Following on from that, if I'm just muting the strings or whatever I'm doing there, hands coming down, and then I'm following that with an up strum. Just like the one following the second beat, the 3rd beats and 4th beats are followed by an up strum. So it's down, big down, up, mute, up, mute, up. That's a really unscientific way of explaining it, but here it is. The big thing here is that when you bring your hand down to mute the strings on the 3rd and 4th beats, you do it in such a way that the thumb is in the right place to follow up with this strum. If you're here, you've got nowhere to strum, so the thumb, just watch where your hand's coming. You can see that it's just below the strings. On G, you've just got 6 strings there, so you've got a bit more room to rake across those strings. Hear the difference between the bass and the treble. Boom. Okay, so that's what I've got. Let me see if I can play one verse and the chorus like that. In fact, let's have the intro as well, and while we're at it, it's 3 bars of D for the intro. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. Here's the chorus. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. And the bridge begins on a bar of F, and it's a slightly odd thing, this bridge. Yeah, on the original there's lots more instrumentation than I'm going to have, so it creates much more of an atmosphere. We've got 2 bars of F and then 2 of C. The melody is here. Look all around, look all around, there's nothing but blue sky. And again, 2 bars of F, now 2 bars of A. Look straight ahead, nothing but blue sky. Now it goes a little bit weird there. So what we get now is a sequence, bar chords, C sharp minor. Well, this is all sung to R, so I'm probably not going to sing this. C sharp minor, which is an A minor shaped bar at the 4th fret. To G. That's a tricky change, and we're going to come back to this C sharp minor. So let's play the G also as a bar chord. So an A minor shaped bar chord on the 4th fret for the C sharp minor, an E shaped bar chord on the 3rd fret for G. Now it's back to the C sharp and back to the G. Now we get C for a bar, D for a bar, and A for 2 bars. I know it sounds odd, but you know, that's how it sounds. So let's have a look. Look all around, there's nothing but blue sky. Look straight ahead, nothing but blue sky. Now we get these 2 bars of A, and on the original, I think on the keyboard, certainly in the bass, we get da-ga 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 ga da-ga da-ga. You could do that a number of ways. You could ignore it. You could just space out on 2 bars of A if you like, or something like that might work, and I'm just stiffly strumming down on the 3rd, 4th and 5th strings. Da-ga 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 ga da-ga. Okay, so we're back into the final verse, which is the same lyrics as the 1st verse, so there's nothing new there. Then we get into the coda, and the coda is just the chorus repeated round. So let me give you, for what it's worth, the last verse, which is essentially the 1st verse, again, same lyrics, and this time we just go into bright, bright, sunshiny day, and it just goes round and round. Let me give you an idea of that. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that have me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. And that just goes round and round to fade, maybe 4 or 5 times. Sounds like now. Okay, that's everything I have. I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Let's have a little playthrough. 1, 2, 3, 4.